Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. You know.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Episode 14.
Yeah.
The Daps and Pound Show. My name is Malky. To my right, we have
Dobie.
And we represent two mics.
Two friends.
And one show.
The Daps and Pound Show.
Oh.
I'm Millie Rock, darn any black.
In New York, I'm Millie Rock.
Hotter than my sock.
Running from the Yeah, shout out to Playboy Cardi. Woke up and some people sounded like me. Hey.
M-I-Y-T. Yup.
That's the best part. That's the best part of that song. Shout out to Uzi Vert. Shout out to Playboy Carti. We are here. It's the Daps and Pound Show, episode 14.
Yes.
So happy to have you here. Hey, make sure you go and you hit that like button, all right, on Twitter, on Instagram, because we're there, Daps_pounds.
Yes.
Also, you can review on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube. Leave a comment. Tell us how much you're liking us. The Daps and Pound Show is where you can find us there. Mm-hmm. Be sure you do it.
If you want more of us, we're out there.
We're out there.
Yep.
And if you leave a review and hit us up, say something nice, we'll give you a shout out on air. It's just the best thing we can do, right?
Are we thirsty? A little bit.
Sure thing. Shout out to the regulars, though. Shout out to Mr. Top 5, Jeff Boyd.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Tran, Allison, people who definitely listen on a weekly basis and keep us going. So thank you, guys. We want to give the best podcast possible to y'all. This is the best podcast you'll listen to this week. Promise you that. So
we're a little biased. And shout out to everybody who's not on our Twitter, Instagram, but I know there's some of you out there, but y'all are listening every single week.
Yeah.
So this is a shout out to you.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Put
a little pep in your step. All right.
Yo, so I bumped into this girl named Cheyenne, right?
Okay.
And she is friends with Alexis Thompson, like people like
that.
Okay. And I met her in passing like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, in
at
passing.
like a movie theater.
In the movie theater.
And
because of Hollywood
and the drama, right? So I bumped into her recently walking outside of a Walmart, and she recognized me. I kind of recognized her, but then she was like, "I'm Cheyenne." I was like, "Hey," and she goes, "You have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, I said, "How have you heard it?" And she goes, "Oh, well, you know, iTunes, and it's on iTunes." And
that's a big thing.
The
to
last
people.
episode that she listened to, well, okay, her favorite episode is the Chance episode, and I have to say that Chance episode is
a good one.
One of my favorites. One of my favorites we've done so far. And then she said she's listened to 10, but she needs to catch up. So catch up,
awesome.
Cheyenne. Out
What's
there.
up, Cheyenne?
But
see you.
It's super random. Also,
shout out to Dylan. Dylan gave me some much love. He likes the podcast a lot.
Shout out to Dylan.
He basically was just saying, you know, and I respected this from him because he's saying, you know, he's not somebody who like tweets often and Instagrams often and stuff like that. So, you know, for him, when we're like retweet stuff like this, he was just like, yeah, the reason why I don't is because, like, when I do it, I want it to be, like, of super importance. And it's kind of like one of those things, like, it's, like, the utmost respect to do that. So, and it was just, I appreciate his conversations because he gives us constructive criticism, and he just, you know, he listens to it weekly.
That's dope.
And so there is, like, some things that he really enjoys, and he's, you know, hopes the best for us. So, shout out to you, Dylan. Thanks for the conversation and the words of wisdom, my friend.
That's dope. It's always good, like, hearing people who, like, who you don't talk to. You know what I mean? Like, on a regular basis. Like that Cheyenne girl. Like that Laura girl that one time when we went to Jimmy's.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Or the little homie with the suit on that was talking to us. The little black dude. I always forget his name.
Excuse me?
He was like, we know him somehow, but I'm not really sure how we know him. And
Why'd you say little black dude?
I don't know his name. That's what he was. He
Oh my
was a little
gosh.
black guy. But shout out to him, man. Shout out to people who take the time to listen to podcasts. We love doing it for you. So it's good that you're liking it.
And we're gonna get this out of the way right now. Okay, so we need your help, everyone. Comment on the YouTube page, comment on Twitter, Instagram. And the only reason why we're saying this, okay, is because Malcolm is going to be gone next Friday, okay, for work. So to give you that consistent podcast, we're gonna have to record this coming Tuesday. Okay, so that is literally tomorrow, everyone. So we're recording tomorrow for most of you who listen to this on Monday.
Yeah.
We need as many questions as possible. I don't care how stupid it is. I posted this on a video. I don't care if your question is, do you guys prefer ranch or French dressing on your salad?
Some of them are funny that I've seen so far. I think Sean Tran had some that were hilarious.
Send them all in. We're going to go over as many as possible. I have an idea for like a game we can play, Malcolm, if we don't get that many questions.
Okay.
You know, who knows? If it's deep, we'll go deep. If it's stupid, we'll go stupid. So bring it on.
Yeah, man. We're here for the questions. We're here for the questions.
Episode 15.
Next weekend, I have to be in St. Louis on Saturday morning and then, Friday night, Saturday morning, and then Thursday night, Friday morning, I'm going to go to Christy, my friend who I've known for years now. She's graduating law school. So I'm going to go down to Carbondale to see her graduate Friday morning, then down to St. Louis. And then while I'm in St. Louis, I'm going to do work stuff at the office there, and then hopefully bump into Caroline, Champ, my people that are down there. So,
nice.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a busy time of life here in May, June, July.
Well, then let's transition into how your current week was in that good, bad segment.
Good, bad. If this is your very first episode watching the Daps and Pounds show, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, good, bad is a segment we do every single episode, letting you in on what's going on with our weeks and our lives. A good for me is that, and I started telling you about it, I've been reading up on vision boards and how cool they are and important to like planning out your life, which sounds super dramatic, but really just having goals. And then once you have your goals out there and you put your daily schedule, and then it's almost like a good swift kick in the butt because you go, wait a minute, I'm doing this and my goal is this. And you'll see quickly that your goal and what you do on a daily schedule has nothing to do with each other.
Right.
So then you have to plan and think about ways to reach that goal and fix your daily, your weekly, monthly, and yearly schedule to see where you're going to be in like 5 years. AKA vision board. So I started doing that. It's pretty interesting so far. I hope to finish it within the next 2 weeks or so because it gets a little intricate. But read books, man. I've been reading more and more and more.
That's
it's
good.
So weird. So that's my good is starting my vision board. I also have a good. Let me pull it up here. Oh man, this is a good, but it's a bad. So the good part of this is shout out to Brittany, shout out to Taya, shout out to Jacob. I've been going to trivia for a year and a half now with these people. Not a full year and a half with all of them though, but they are graduating. So congratulations to you guys. That's super awesome. But this past Wednesday was the last trivia.
Dang.
And there's been talks in the league of retirement. I might retire. I might retire. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna take this off season and kind of see how things go and how rehab goes, and maybe I'll come back. But shout out to the trivia squad. Congratulations for graduating. You guys are great. You guys are awesome, and you will be super straight. If you ever need anything from me, holler at your boy.
Boy.
So yeah, that's good, bad for me. Just planning out more, getting more organized. It's super important to think about the future. Bad was trivia squad, but it's good at the same time. So yeah. What about you?
Let's see here. First good. I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Star Lord.
I'm a Star-Lord.
That's awesome.
What if they
should
start?
do that.
Yeah, why did they do that?
They should do
Anyways, hilarious.
Okay.
Movie is hilarious. Now, I was talking to Jeff about this earlier. The plot to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I don't believe is as strong as the first one. I feel like the overall story, the plot twist, everything, the first one was better. Now, however, the second one makes up for it in being very, very funny. Like, it's just hilarious. Tons of great moments. Baby Groot, I mean...
Baby Groot's dope.
Baby Groot's winning all day.
I need to get the keychain. I need to get a little pop. I need to get a pop.
Oh, yeah.
A Baby Groot. That'd be dope.
A Baby Groot. I mean, I'm telling you, he's a winner. Baby Groot's a winner.
Baby Groot's out here.
So I was laughing really hard. There was just so many funny scenes in the movie. Now, I'm not saying the story is bad at all. I think it's still one of Marvel's better... Well, excuse me. One of Marvel's better movies.
Okay.
And so because of that, I was really excited that I saw it opening night with the Wi-Fi. Shout out to my
Question.
wife. Yeah, question. Bring it on, bro.
Does it set up
No.
nothing?
No.
Were there after credit scenes?
Actually, no. There's one part. There's an after credit scene. I don't really think it ties into the Thanos thing too much. There was one comment made about it. You understand something more about Star-Lord that kind of links to what might happen. But
there's like no Infinity Stone like.
They're all like one comment connections.
Okay.
So it's not that crazy.
Okay.
I will say this movie, and I was just also talking. Have you seen the Thor trailer?
Yes, the Thor trailer's lit. The Hulk scene when he comes out.
Yeah,
and
looks great. Yeah. Now notice the humor in this one, and I think Guardians of the Galaxy, how that was a ballpark hit. I think the humor went so well with people. I think Thor, the new Thor, is going to be a lot more comical.
I bet so. I can see that.
Because I feel like a lot of them felt like they were missing something from Thor. And then that's why he's like, I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this position. Like the very first line of the trailer.
Yeah.
And then the end with Hulk. And he's like, So I think you're going to see a lot more humor in that one.
Yeah. I can see that.
So that's my first good. Second good. This bad boy. So if you guys are listening, you guys, for the first time or whatnot, I'm a big nerd, a gamer, and I got myself a custom SCUF controller. They're basically for PlayStation. It's like a professional controller. They say like it's a pro like gaming, like so people who play video games like professionally, like esports, play Call of Duty, stuff like that. They use controllers like this. There's like a bunch of different features for this thing, like hairpin triggers. There's something like you can take these analog sticks out by using like this key thing, so you can make your sticks like longer or shorter. A bunch of crazy stuff like that. But the main thing is these back pedals on the back. So when your hands rest on the controller, there's usually no buttons, but now you have these buttons on the back. Well, the meaning for putting buttons on the back with these paddles is so you don't need to put your fingers off of the sticks when you're aiming in like shooters.
I see.
So you can jump, reload, all that kind of stuff while still aiming 100% of the time. Because usually with the other time, you have to quickly put your finger off the
press box
stick and hit, square. Did you call square box? Do you call it box?
Square. Press square. Square, triangle, and X, and O.
O and box?
Oh, circle.
They're shapes.
Well, yeah, I know. That was it's
box. Anyways, guys, hit box. Top five is gonna use that for his daily.
That's
his
gonna be the
weekly
blinking.
meme.
That's
yeah,
gonna be
it's gonna be the
blinking.
daily meme. So I'm super hyped about this controller. Been waiting for it for a while. Destiny 2 is coming out in September, so best believe I'm all over that. So super excited about that. Bad. Let's see here. What was my bad? Oh, bro, bad. I got super hyped because I got these lotto tickets, right? And yo,
I saw this. Which is Twitter?
yes,
I saw this tweet.
like I
and it was
legit,
funny.
I thought I won $200, and then I was like, all right, sweet, yo, I won $200. I even told people at work, I was like, yo, I won
Oh, it's the
$200.
worst.
And then I read the directions a little bit more, and they're like, yeah, I didn't win, and so I was kind of bummed out about that. And then somebody was like, walked by and they're like, what'd you win again? I was like, I thought I won $200, but then I realized I didn't read the directions right. He goes, millennials. And then I was like, oh, geez. So, yeah, that was a bad
That's great.
for me. So, yeah, man, that's about it.
Did you win any money?
Yeah, like it was $50 worth of lotto tickets and like different scratch offs, and I got $34.
Okay.
It was free.
Yeah, if you know, it's more money than you had.
Yeah, exactly. So,
more money than
where
you
do we want to go? What's our next part? We going into NBA playoffs, Lonzo, graduation, R&B, top five?
Let's do
How do we want to work this?
Let's do NBA playoffs.
Let's do it.
That will segue nicely to Lonzo.
Lonzo, okay.
And we'll go from there. NBA playoffs. So everyone talks and jokes about how the regular season in the NBA is, you know, it's almost a joke at this point, and
It's
that's
too
why
long.
that's why the players have even said, like, can we make it shorter, right? Because they get exhausted, they don't try every night.
That's why your people sin.
Just all of that, right? And then you'll hear a big backlash, and people will be like, "No, you can't do that," blah blah blah, right? I think that when you watch a team like the Cavaliers that got so much hate in the regular season for not being ready and like not having good chemistry and like all this stuff, when you watch them be a completely different team,
I knew that was going to happen.
yeah. But when you watch it, you go,
Is it
yeah,
worth it?
this whole regular season thing, let's just chop it in half because this
It needs
is
to
just,
be, in my opinion,
this is ridiculous.
it needs to be 30 games shorter.
Yeah, I can go with that. If they ever do reduce it, I don't know if they're gonna go that much.
It needs to be a month.
But
a month of, at least start with a month. A month
okay,
or 2
I can
months
do that. Yeah,
of playing for everybody.
yeah.
Get them an extra, because a month covers a lot of games. I would
Yeah.
say 10 though, right?
I think what they'll probably do is cut out preseason first, and then slowly we'll get closer to them, actually taking away real regular season games. But the Cavaliers, they don't look like the same team at all.
Yo, they're balling
in the regular
out.
season. They're going crazy. Golden State is going crazy. I was honestly surprised that Utah got past the Clippers. It went to a game 7. Now, I say that the Clippers blow up this offseason. I think there's no choice but to blow up that team. And I don't even think Chris Paul is for sure coming back. Not necessarily. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion.
Unless Melo comes.
Even then, I don't know, because in his press conference, I felt bad for him. Like, he literally said, this can't happen anymore. He, out of that brotherhood of Carmelo, LeBron, and Dwayne Wade, the four of them have like a really strong bond. Out of all of them, he's the guy that gets forgotten the most because he's never had as big a name as Carmelo and Wade and LeBron.
But he's amazing.
But he's amazing, and he keeps getting like right on the door of a big thing, and it just doesn't happen. And you thought when the LA thing happened, when he first came, you were like, okay, he's going to be in a bigger market. Blake's there. Doc Rivers, like, he has a team. JJ Redick.
I mean, he did have a team, though.
Yeah,
they just couldn't
he
get
does.
it done.
But they get so unhealthy at the worst times ever. There's like back-to-back years that like something's happened to Blake.
That's long regular seasons.
Well, yeah, I mean that goes in with it too. I feel bad for Chris Paul. I think the Clippers blow up this offseason, though. I think Blake's gone. I think Blake's definitely gone. Don't know where, but he's gone.
So I still think it's going to be Golden State, Cleveland.
Yes.
Do you? And the Houston Spurs, it could go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's gonna go either way, but I still have Houston winning. Now that Tony Parker, the OG, looks like it doesn't look like he
is.
He's out. And if Kawhi can't produce, I think they only have Tony Parker and sometimes Manu Ginobili to like rely on. And Manu Ginobili isn't the player he was 5 years ago.
Right.
Tony Parker's
I think
gone.
this is his last year. Parker, he's done.
Yeah, I can't see him necessarily coming back. But you know who's a big disappointment? Who's my guy, and I don't like that he's just being trash right now? LaMarcus Aldridge. Because when he was traded there, he was going to be the guy.
Yeah.
They traded him because they knew Tim was leaving.
Yeah, right.
And
he hasn't really shown up.
No. But in Portland, like, him and D. Lillard were great.
They've been dogging on him on NBA TV. They've been dogging on him.
I would be too, because he's not doing anything. How do you leave someone as talented as Lillard and almost make it seem like he's the problem? You know, like almost make it seem like your team's why you can't get over the hump. Go to the Spurs. Greg Popovich, other than Phil Jackson, is probably the greatest NBA coach of all time.
Yeah.
And you go to a powerhouse. You have a year of learning under Tim Duncan. They have a great heritage at that team, and then you just don't produce. You don't produce, and it's crazy. It's crazy. If I'm Damian Lillard right now, I'm chilling. I'm just like, yeah, homie. Like, it was better over here. Imagine him going back there with CJ McCollum and like stuff as they've gone along.
Yeah.
I think that Houston has the edge, but I don't think it will be because the Spurs at full strength couldn't do it. It's just they're not going to be at full strength. They don't have Tony Parker. LaMarcus is doing nothing. Kawhi can only do so much. I'm going to say Houston. I'm still saying Houston.
I can see it.
But Game 7, I think it's going to be a Game 7.
I think Wizards are going to beat Boston again. I think they're going to tie the series.
Yo, they don't like each other. Those two teams.
Oh, my, it's so fun to watch.
Those two teams. It's better basketball, I think, when they don't like each other.
Oh, easily.
Isaiah Thomas is a freak of nature still. Don't know how he's doing what he's doing right now. And John Wall is that dude. I got Wizards down the stretch. There's something in me that says that John Wall is just tired of being left out of the conversation.
I'm telling you, we've said from the beginning, Wizards are better than their record.
Yeah, John Wall has this chip on his shoulder.
I like the way John Wall's playing.
I
like it.
He's a dog. I love John Wall.
He's the bad boy in NBA.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all.
I like it.
He's
Anyways,
my guy. Who else is out there?
This is a discussion that we had. We try not to make this too long. What's that white dude from the Jazz?
Gordon Hayward.
Is he? Our conversation was: is he the best white boy in the league? Not like European white boy. Like
American white.
American white boy in the league. We said that we can't think of anybody who's got as much like star potential as he does.
Oh man, now I'm thinking.
Because they're all gone. There's no more like Jason Kidd and like Bibby stuff like that. Like
Jason Kidd was actually black. Bibby was black too. I mean, by heritage, it's not a joke. Like they have black blood.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Dang,
Bibby,
isn't it washed out.
Jason Kidd.
Oh, sorry, that.
Well, Bibby for sure. Bibby for sure is black. Jason Kidd was a Jace, but let's see.
Really, that really surprised me. Jason Kidd. I mean, that's cool. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, regardless, that still makes my
Chandler Parsons has the swag for the star power, but I don't think he's as good. Like a couple years ago, people were talking about him, and they were like, Chandler Parsons is really good. I don't think anyone's checking for Chandler like that. Kyle Korver is just a role player at this point.
Yeah. There's no one.
JJ Redick has a lot of swag, man.
He did, but he's not there anymore. He's like
Clippers. The Clippers.
He's not going up.
No, I don't
That's
think so.
why I'm thinking, like, no one's matching Howard right now.
He came out of nowhere, too, by the way, because when 2K15 was out, I remember Chase, my old roommate, got the game. Peggy, my other old roommate, and we were playing it, and he got mad because he was like, "Who is Gordon Hayward?" And we were
I
playing.
said Howard. Gosh dang it.
He
My
came
bad.
out of nowhere, and now he's good. But back then, like 2K15, he was just garbage. So I can't even think of any more.
Exactly.
More
Point taken. That's it.
American white players.
Point taken.
He might be. I think he might be.
Cool. All right, moving on. Yo, I'm thinking about throwing this one on Facebook, getting this one done, throwing it on Facebook tomorrow.
This conversation about
Yes.
Lonzo.
Lonzo Ball.
I have two
Big baller brand.
separate trains of thought on this.
All right, first off, if you guys who are watching this, okay, so if you're listening, you got to look this image up. Okay. Big baller brand, Lonzo Ball, signature shoe ZO2. Check it out. For those of you who are watching, pow. Those are the shoes. Continue.
Those are the shoes.
Should I show the slides? Pow. Those are the slides.
Those are the slides.
Back to the shoes.
So LeVar Ball is the father of Lonzo Ball. He is the father of 3 children that will all, I think we can say, most likely go to the NBA. They all range in different age ranges, but Lonzo Ball played for UCLA, and he is not coming back for another year. He is entering into the NBA draft this next offseason.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that's been said about this because LeVar Ball, his father, is very outspoken and he's very loud. Yo, that meme that's the funniest GIF in the world, by the way. The funniest GIF in the world. He's very loud. He's very opinionated. He loves his sons, but it feels like for them to never have played a professional game, he overvalues them and oversells them.
Right.
The rumor mill says that they had deals with Nike, they had deals with Adidas and Under Armour on the table as far as discussions, right? And his personality is the thing that made them walk away from the table. He has come out and said that that's not the case. The reason why they wanted to walk away was because they weren't looking for an endorsement deal. They were looking for a partnership to co-brand.
Right, because they're
shoe.
all about their own brand, which is Big Baller brand.
Right.
And Nike is not going to be putting their swoop next to a Big Baller brand logo.
Now, the reason why my thought is two-pronged is because on one hand, I do not like this sneaker.
Okay, let me know.
This sneaker,
Tell them how it is. Let me know.
I think is ugly.
Oh, it's ugly?
You can go ahead and drop a bomb on that too when you go on the post. This sneaker is just weird. All right, it just looks weird. The Big Baller brand logo is whack.
Garbage. Trinidad.
He's pricing it at $495.
Good Lord.
There's a wet version,
Oh my
which
God.
is wild.
Wait, what?
There's a wet version.
What
That
is-
is wi-
what?
There's a ZO2 Prime wet version. The only difference in this shoe is that Lonzo has signed the sneaker. This is priced around $900, right? And he's putting out slides.
Hey, yo, let me get that wet sneaker. Hey, yo, that wet ZO2, bruh. No, not the H2O. The ZO2. The wet one.
Give me that wet. Ha! I can't even go to another man and be like, you got them wet. You got that wet.
Unless you eating wings. Hey, yo, give me the wet wipes.
Hey, yo. So the slides, the flip-flop slides, he's also putting out, and he's pricing them at $220.
Yeah, by the way, Gucci flip-flops,
Very expensive.
$190.
Very
So you
expensive.
can either pay $220 for your exclusive ZO2 Big Baller brand slides, or you can get a pair of Gucci flip-flops. Which kind? Oh my gosh, dear Lord.
Okay. So I don't like those things, but here's the other side of the dime that I do like.
Okay, bring it to me. I think we're probably on the same page.
He
right
believes in his brand so much.
I know.
And his sons
Not
so
his
much.
sons. I don't think their sons believe in this brand.
I don't know. Yeah, that video wasn't too convincing. But I feel like, say that this would have happened, okay, that they would have been able to co-brand with Nike and have the Big Baller brand logo right next to the Nike sign. Okay. It would have changed the way that people go about getting shoe deals, because the actual person getting a shoe deal would now have equity in the brand.
Right.
They would own Nike stock instead of just Nike giving them a signature shoe. Okay. So him wanting to come to the table like that, I look at as a smart idea, because you care about equity and owning things in the long run. That's cool. Another thing I thought about, that I don't know if you've thought about this, could he be going the Nipsey Hussle route?
All right.
Did you think about that?
No. Here's my thoughts. You mind if I share some?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it. First off, this shoe. Okay? The shoe. Who's playing basketball in these?
They don't look very supportive.
These do not look like great basketball shoes at all. That's number one, because these are supposed to be a basketball shoe. Okay? They're supposed to be also luxury. For those of you who don't know, Lonzo Ball also says he's looking for $1 billion deal.
Yep.
They haven't stepped foot on an NBA court.
Yep. Could
But
be a
you
bust.
can get $1 billion for all three of the kids, but you have to be part of the Big Baller brand, okay? Also, comments were made about the price. Shaq making statements on it, this and that, because they're saying this is actually like a smack in the face to like kids in the urban community. Like, that's rent for a lot of these like kids growing up and stuff. And so, just so I mean, put it in perspective, yes, Yeezys are selling, aftermarket are selling in the thousands. However, like brand new, you're getting them for like, I think oh my gosh, sneakerheads are gonna get at me. I think it's around $150, brand new retail price.
Yeah, and it's hard to find a retail
They're
price.
really, really
because
hard to
they're
get.
always, like,
Yeah,
you know.
they're not many are made. So if I got that price wrong, excuse me, write it down. Let me know what exactly it was. And so that price tag, without having anything, it's ambitious. Now it's creating a buzz. They're doing that right. Okay? But this shoe is also just, it's hideous. It looks like Kobe's. They put like the Adidas Boost on it, which it looks like there are zero. Here's the thing. There are zero original ideas on this shoe.
Yeah, this looks like a mashup of the original prototype Mamba Labs back in the day. Not really back in the day, but like 3 years ago when Kobe switched his design a little bit. And their lows like them. Like there's so much that this is a mashup of different shoes. But I brought up Nipsey Hussle because a few years ago he had that pay a lot of money for my
for the mixtape.
And he's going like, you know, if you're a real fan, then you'll do this or whatever. I kind of think that Lonzo, I'm not saying this is smart, but I kind of think that they're looking at it like kids will go and they will sit in lines for Supreme.
Right.
They'll sit in lines for all this stuff. And he might be saying, if we get these shoes, I'm trying to think like LeVar, if we get these shoes to be the hottest item because they're expensive, because we've seen hypebeast kids that don't even know what the shoe means or does, that just want to buy a shoe. Then we'll get the attention of Nike, we'll get to the attention of Adidas, Under Armour, and they'll go, oh, wow, this is a thing.
Right.
So I think that's why he's pricing it as high as he's doing. Another reason he's pricing it this way is because he has no choice, right?
It's independent, so it
he's
costs a lot.
making these shoes themselves.
It costs a lot.
So they're probably even at $500 a pop, they're probably barely making that money back if anyone buys these shoes.
Yeah.
Because I think to make most Jordans, it costs like $30 to $50, and they sell for, well over that. But to make these shoes, because he's doing it so independently, it probably costs him more than that. It probably costs him in the $50, $60, $70 range. And that's for how many he's probably ordering. It's not going to come back. So I think he's trying to go to that exclusive market. I like the ambition, but the personality plus the ambition plus an ugly shoe don't do it for me.
Props to making a brand. I think that's important to stay. Like, we do need to, as people, create brands, create new things. I just think the logo itself is just there's just some things I feel like need to happen. One, they need to prove themselves.
Yes, 100%.
I think my opinion is they're getting backlashes because of how they're doing it. They're like, everybody's like, they're too ambitious. It's like a cocky attitude, and it's turning people off. What should have happened is, you know what, quietly wear your brand, and it's more like, yeah, if you guys want it here. It's this whole like, big baller brand is the best brand that there's ever been, better than Michael Jordan. Everybody wants big baller brand, this and that, and I think their designs are very, very tacky.
And their clothes, even their clothes, even the T-shirts that just say "Big Baller Brand," like, and we've talked about this. We have to start holding companies accountable for making whack stuff, even if it's in a good mind. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to do the right thing and create their own brand and have equity for their kids when they get older, so that they don't owe anybody and they can pass that on to their children.
Right, which is a good
great. But your designs are crap.
Yeah.
Your clothing looks terrible. Your shoes don't look good. If it looked dope, that'd be a different story. Yeah. And if you had the attitude that you should have, it'd be a different story.
I think, too, like, people, like, they're like, well, look at Supreme. Supreme is just a box logo with, you know, a box with the word Supreme in the middle. But they didn't come out like that. Like, they built themselves up to be an exclusive brand.
Yep.
I mean, as big as Nike is, they worked their way up to be an exclusive brand. Mm-hmm. And they got with the right people. They made connections. They did the right thing by putting certain people in it. And I just think it's just about the way that's gone about. If they are successful, props to them. I'll put my foot in my mouth. It is what it is. I just think everybody is just saying how just trash the shoes look.
Yeah.
And mainly just the Big Baller Brand logo. Even the circle logo is not really that cool at all. It's just like everything
that
about
one's
it.
a lot better.
It's better.
That one's a lot better. I've seen some bad signature shoe, like the Penny Hardaway logo. It had like a P and the W was supposed to be a ball. It looked terrible. I've seen some bad logos. I don't even like the T-Mac logo either. So that one didn't bother me. But the actual logo on the shoe looks like a Kmart. Like it just looks weird and just, gosh, it's not good. It's not good.
Anyways,
we don't like it.
Some people have already pre-ordered it. You know there are.
Well, for sure, yeah. And then too, there's gonna be people that look at it and say this. There's so many people without a dad out here, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a large amount of people getting mad because his dad's so involved. And then they're gonna say, well, here's a dad that's very involved and wants the best for his sons. We're gonna support it. There's going to be a sector of people who do that. But will this shoe blow up? Absolutely not.
I think everybody's just waiting to see how he is in NBA. I don't think his middle son's getting to the NBA. From what I've heard, he's really not that great.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him. The little one I've heard a lot.
Yeah, the little one, because he shoots great. But, oh my gosh, have you seen his defense?
Yeah.
Lack thereof.
Yeah.
Defense like Harden.
He's young, though. That can be taught.
Yeah, that can be taught. So, anyways, guys, that's our thoughts on the Lonzo shoe. Are you guys feeling it? Are you not feeling it?
Let us know if you like the ZO2.
I mean, you cop it? You getting that wet ZO2, bro? You getting the wet?
Hey, yo.
You getting that sig?
That sounds so
You getting that
crazy.
signature? You getting the signature on the shoe?
So
the wet
crazy.
ZO2? Huh?
I'm not getting the slides. I'm not getting the
Yo,
wet.
I feel like I see the commercial already. Like he walks in like the, hey, yo, Big Baller Brand. Get that wet ZO2. You trying to ball like a big baller, and then you got the and then he like crosses some kid up on the street, and then he's going through like aisles in Walmart, and they're like, yo, where'd you get these shoes? And he looks at the camera, he's like,
Big Baller Brand.
I want to be like Lonzo Ball.
This is like after NBA Street came out and all like the street ball video games came out afterwards. It just feels like that. It's just like,
hey,
what are you doing?
Lamar Ball, he needs to go. He needs to go to like just those. There's a new game coming out, right? That's like street stuff. It does not look like NBA Street. It's more like an NBA Jam type style.
Okay.
Go there. Go to NBA 2K. Try to get your shoes there.
Yeah.
That's where you can start.
Wow.
Anyways, so let's moving on.
Shout out to LeVar Ball, man.
Do your thing.
Keep up the good work.
Yo, if you need a better logo, hit me up.
Yeah, hit up Dobie if you want a better logo.
I mean, I'm not the best logo maker. I can make something better than that one.
Our Daps and Pound show logo looks better than the. Oh my.
Anyways,
gosh.
moving on.
All right, guys. So we're gonna move right on into new music.
No.
New music came out today. We had some very dope music that came out today. We can start with Logic. That's fine. Logic came out with an album called Everybody.
Everybody.
We have told you about the singles Everybody and the singles Black Spider-Man.
Still one of my favorite songs.
We told you about the song 1-800 last episode, and we told you how important that song was. It talked a lot about suicide, anxiety. It was great. This album is amazing. Mm-hmm. I really, really like this album. Logic can rap really good. Like, he can rap really, really well. He's really good at this.
He feels very seasoned.
I love that this told a story. I loved how challenging it was. It forced you to think about your thoughts, what you believe. It challenged them. Mm-hmm. And that's good, right? Because if you're always taking in things that agree with you, then you'll never be able to understand the other side of things. So that's good. He told his story, which I knew bits and pieces of from the other albums, because I have his other albums. But I didn't know everything tied together. This tied everything together. And I will say that if you've ever been through anything in life similar to him, if you suffer from anxiety, other type of disorders, you should listen to this album because it's that important.
It's so good.
Yeah.
He talks a lot about life and death, what's after death. However, I don't agree with every single one of his points that he makes. It's good to hear about this stuff in hip hop. It's good to hear, like, it's not about just like what you're making and stuff. Like, how are you living as an individual? How are you carrying yourself? How are you reacting to hard situations? How are you going about being with your loved ones? How are you going about being with your friends? When you are in a tough spot, how are you handling that? It's just covering real life issues, real life stuff in a cool way.
Yeah.
That's what's important. I mean,
and he put out a documentary with it. I had a chance to watch it. Dobie's going to watch it. Mm-hmm. And okay, so there are parts of this where he's talking about the afterlife. And he's talking about, I always forget this word. Reincarnation, right?
Reincarnation.
And after watching the documentary, I think it gives a better light on that because, and I was texting back and forth with my friend Ali because he was listening to the album last night, and I don't think that he believes all of these things that are in here. The overall story is that a guy dies, he meets a guy that he finds out to be God, and then he pretty much asks God, why does all these things happen? Why does suffering happen? Why would you allow that to happen?
Right.
He then finds out from God that he is every person that ever lived, right? And everything he's done bad, everything that he's done good was really against himself. So, and then it gets very deep and crazy. But I think he's using that to say that, like, you're my brother. You're a white dude. I'm a black dude, but you're my brother.
Right.
We're in this together. So if I do something against you, I'm only hurting myself. I think that that's the overall story that he was trying to tell. And he loves sci-fi and NASA and all that stuff. So he used Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is a thinker and a scientist, and he blows my mind. And he talks so crazy in some of his interviews that I've seen that I wouldn't be able to tell you if I'm in a trance or if he knows what he's talking about or he can just like put words together. People like that I don't even want to converse with because they just they give me headaches. They just give me headaches.
Too much.
But he is on this album. I think it was very well thought out. Me and you were both talking about how the Kendrick album was thought out. This is very thought out. This was very meticulous.
Every song, like Kendrick, links to the overarching thing.
Yeah.
He says everybody a ton. There's like little lines he repeats in songs and stuff. Yeah.
This is really good. He put Juicy J on a song, and I think it's funny because even the way he uses Juicy J is funny. Logic, this super lyrical rapper, does a back and forth for about 8 bars with Juicy J. Now he's like a stripper anthem, 3-6 Mafia, somewhat trap rapper. That's what he's known for.
Right.
But he does a back and forth with Logic. Like, it's just so... There's little nuances of this. Black Thought from the Roots crew is on it.
Killer Mike's on it.
Killer Mike's on it at the end. That Alicia Cara, in 5 years... we're going to be saying that she is a bona fide star. She's going to be a known name. I'm telling you, in 5 years is going to happen. She is out of here. She's out of here. And so is Khalid, too. But
my favorite feature was J. Cole, the silent feature at the end.
What's crazy is I heard that he was going to be on the album, but I got so into the album that I wasn't even looking for it. And plus... It's not even like on the track list. So I'm just listening. And I look at my phone and I realize that the last song, Africa Aryan or whatever it's called, is like 9 minutes long. And I'm like, why is this song so long? So I skip right to that song and I'm listening. I'm seeing where it goes. And I see a voice and it doesn't even sound mastered, to be honest with you. And it's Cole. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, Cole World, yes! I'm so happy to hear J. Cole. I looked up Cole's verse on Genius. The end of it, he says, "Accept him," and the him is in capital H. There's a lot of little nuances to the verse, and I love it. I love Cole.
Yeah, I did too.
This is great.
Overall,
most important album of 2017.
You heard it here first. Most important album of 2017. I think this is going to... Logic, he's put out... Go back to his old albums. They're all quality albums. Like, it's good stuff. But I think this one, he made such a tone and wanted to create a message for everybody that people are going to be talking about this album. And I think it's interesting, too, like, stuff like this is coming out when, like, 13 Reasons came out. It's like, there's just, like, this, like, all of a sudden, like, this really... I feel like a lot of people lately have been open to talk about, like
conscious,
hard issues,
like things that are going on,
real life stuff. Like,
what was funny was we're in that moment where, so a bunch of stuff happened within the last 2 years. We've seen this visible, at least, thing where now we're seeing on TV black kids getting shot and black people getting shot, and you see the rise of the alt-right, and that being the new movement that puts a lid on white supremacy now, and you'll see those combat each other. We see Donald Trump become president, and everyone have an uproar about that both ways. You see all this stuff, and I was watching an interview with Stevie Wonder, like right by the election, and he was saying, we're going to be okay regardless. But one thing I am happy about is no matter what, we're going to get some great art out of this. And I'm kind of sitting here and I'm seeing things like the Khalid album where he's just talking about a teenager and how it is for him. And I'm listening to this album and I'm thinking about Cole and I'm thinking about Kendrick, and I'm like, yo, we're in the middle of something right now. Like, we don't necessarily know it, but this is a wave. We're in the middle of kind of a conscious rap used to be the Roots and Talib Kweli,
Right.
but this is different. This is when stars are making an effort to kind of branch out and challenge things, and it's super interesting and
good.
dope. I like it. It's cool.
We're going.
The
Logic. Shout out to you, man.
The album is called.
Come by.
You're gonna love the documentary, by the way. You guys do
love
similar.
Logic.
You guys do similar things in the studio.
I promise you, Logic and I would get along
There's
so
a scene.
well.
There's a scene where he's trying to get a. Anyone who's ever recorded knows this feeling, where there's people around and he's trying to get a verse, and it's a verse that he has to method rap because he's going and he can't get it, and he's like about to freak out, and it shows every single take. And he tells you in the documentary, I want you to show all of this so people can see like the real or whatever. And there's this part where he gets angry and it looks just like you.
Oh no!
It looks just like you. You guys have small nuances when it comes to the music making process that I was able to pick up on, which is why I think you really like it. It's really funny. But this album's great. Love this album. Amazing.
Shout out to Logic.
Shout out to Logic. What else did you listen to?
What they want, what they want, what they want.
There's
Russ.
really a wolf.
Yo, for anybody who has not listened to Rap Radar Russ interview, yo.
Great.
You want to know who Russ is as an artist? If you haven't been introduced and you only know him by a single, check it out. The guy's been grinding
Long time.
many, many years. SoundCloud has pretty much blown him up. This is not his debut album, but it's a debut album for a lot of people because he just had his single go platinum recently of What They Want. It's a very, very catchy song. So this album, I felt like it's a long album. It's got 20 songs. There are songs that could be cut, in my opinion, but there are also some really good tracks on there.
Bro, Do It Myself?
Yes, I'm
Do
so
It Myself?
Do It Myself, yo. Do It Myself is crazy.
Do It Myself is a problem.
Okay, so Act Now. I love his melodies in Act Now.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Do It Myself. That was a good one. What was it? Losing Control.
Losing Control's great.
And then Pull the Trigger. I like Pull the Trigger.
Great.
So, for those who were like, okay, well, what is he like? He kind of goes all over the place. Kind of, but kind of not. He actually really, really likes rap. Like, so from the What They Want track that you don't really, you're like, okay, so he's like a pop artist. No, like he actually likes to rap. Like that's where his roots are. He tries to make some pop songs and then he throws in some R&B. But I think overall, I'm going to be taking away some songs from this, and I'm interested to see how this album's received, because apparently he's actually got a very big fan base around the world. I love how he throws in that Habibi lines and then
a bunch, right?
Yeah, I was like, okay.
So what's crazy about this is, and I don't know if he's Lebanese, but we have Lebanese people that we're friends with, Dobie and I, and that's a term I call my boy Ali. I call him
Yo,
Habibi.
you smiled way too what?
Hey, yo.
Like you got really excited. I can't wait to watch that back.
It's
You're
okay. It's okay.
I have to
That's
watch
my
that
goon.
Yo,
Listen.
I love that. Yo,
Listen.
I'm sorry, but just you gotta see yourself when you say it.
Pause. All right.
That's our homeboy.
That's the guy. So
That's the Habibi.
I saw last year, a year and a half ago, I saw a video of him in Lebanon, and I don't know if
they
Russ.
went nuts.
You saw that video?
Yes.
I don't know if he's Lebanese.
Nuts. They knew
but
they
were
the
going
words.
crazy, guys. I'm telling you, if you're a touring artist and can do that without a mainstream look,
So this guy, he writes, records, mixes, and produces all of his stuff.
and there's no features on this, by the way. Can't leave that out, right? There's no features
true.
on the 20 tracks.
I didn't
that he's
really
giving
notice
you.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked it. I think it's a good record. I'm gonna go through and listen to it again and kind of pull some stuff, make my own. Like that's the thing that everybody does now is they can listen to an album and just take out what they want and make the rest as a don't want what I don't want, what I don't want.
Yeah.
So, Russ, how did you feel about it? So
I felt great. I felt like the "Do It Myself" song
Do It Myself is
if you want to know
do it
who
myself.
Russ is, right, as an artist, how he feels, how his background is, listen to "Do It Myself" because he talks about it and literally, like Dobie just said, he mixed, masters, records, tours. Him and his team set up their own tour dates and stuff. Like he does it himself. He is in this DIY age of like people knowing in the industry that you don't have to sign necessarily. It's better just to like do it. And even if you do sign, it's better just to hustle yourself. He kind of embodies that right now. It's great. The "Do It Myself" song is my favorite personally. Trey Hill's really dope. I really like that song too. What They Want's great, even though I heard it when it was out last year on like an EP or whatever. What They Want is great. Great radio song. This is cool. I am going to go back to it as well and just kind of sift through it. But overall, I give this like a B+, A- album. This is good.
B.
This is good.
A B.
I like it.
Habibi.
A BB. I like it.
Mainly because I'm comparing to Logic, which I'd give it an A.
Yeah, Logic. I can't even really compare the two. I mean, Logic is just...
That's what's good about hip-hop.
Yeah.
I'm tired of, you can like Drake and like Kendrick.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
You can
All
like
right.
Russ and like Logic.
So, before I get into... Okay, this is what I'm going to say.
Uh-oh.
Kid Ink. No, listen to this. No,
Oh,
okay?
Wow.
Hold on.
Are you going to...
No, stop. Time out. Time out.
I'm
Okay.
stressed out. You've stressed me out. Just...
There's a Tyga single. Every single song on this Kid Ink EP is better than Tyga's single. I'm just going to say that. There's actually one song that's actually really, really good. It's called No Strings. Yo, that song is better than the Ty Dolla $ign song. No Strings, that song is great. But this is actually not bad. Not bad at all. I didn't get bothered while listening to it. But No Strings, that's my go-to track. But that whole album, or the whole EP, 8 songs, every single one of those songs is better than Tyga's new single. That's how I want to premise this.
I did not listen to this album.
I know you didn't. It's okay. We're busy.
Until recently, I didn't know that him and Tyga were different people. That's a joke. I knew they were different people. But you guys know how I feel about Tyga. I don't like him.
Did you listen
Kid
to his
Ink?
singer?
Yes.
Single?
Yes.
Did you listen to his singer?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Kid Ink, I will give you a chance tomorrow morning, right before I dance around.
Yo, Kid Ink had a time though. He was putting out tracks and everybody was like, "Yo, Kid Ink is dope." Like there was a
very short time, but the problem is he kept putting the same songs out. He just kept remaking the same songs and putting Chris Brown on every song. I bet he has 6 to 10 Chris
he's
Brown
got
features.
a long set list of songs if he performs though.
Oh, for sure.
He's one of those guys
He
you go
put
to a
work
concert, and you're like, "Wait, he actually has a lot of good stuff."
And two, here's the thing. I don't want to hate on Kid Ink because I put him in that Tyga category, because I do. There's a sector of people that I think really, really like Kid Ink. He makes music for the radio for sure. I think he's more of a pop hip-hop artist than hip-hop first.
Yeah.
But I will give this a try because you said that this is decent.
I'm just gonna after this, I'm gonna play you No Strings because that song's actually like, I was like, "Yo, like this is actually really, really solid."
I'll give it a chance. But you listened to that and you liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about something we don't like.
What didn't we like?
I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay.
Mr. Lil Yachty You are so lucky you didn't put this single out before you went on Daily Struggle, because they would have ripped you a new one.
Yeah, you definitely looked like an outcast with this. with this
Yo.
single.
This is literally the most Trinidad try hard. Like, he says his favorite artist is Lil B, though.
Yeah.
When somebody says their favorite artist is Lil B and they make songs like that, you just go, oh.
By the way, shout out to Yachty for going on the Everyday Struggle.
I like Yachty, but yo, this. Oh,
Yachty
oh my gosh.
is doing what he wants, it seems. That might not always be a good thing.
No, the beat's bad.
All of it is very...
But while I was listening to it, I fell asleep to this song because I was trying to listen to it. But I was like, would I like this song if Drake was on it? And then I was listening to the
Isn't
beat.
it funny how that's like the new narrative, by the way? Like, if a song is like, would you like it if Drake was on it? Like, that's like a...
I mean,
That's like a
but
thing.
I was like, I don't think I would because the beat is just terrible. It's so cliche.
This song didn't do it for Malcolm.
Yo, I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know
this,
what
Lil
else to say
Yachty.
about
You should have had your label called Phil Collins. Phil Collins would have helped you. You might have been able to come up with something if Phil Collins was next to you.
Phil Collins collaborated with Bone Thugs and Harmony, and that song's great. Shout out to
You know
Phil
what I'm saying
Collins.
though? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Lil Bo was trying to make a Phil Collins-esque song, and he didn't have Phil Collins next to him.
This is why I've always been a Uzi person, because for some reason people always like to compare the two, and I've always been like, I'm more of a Uzi guy.
You want to use me?
No, I don't want to use you, but I'm always more of a Uzi guy because I kind of somewhat know what I'm gonna get every time. Yachty, I don't know. I might get peekaboo, 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 peekaboo.
It's called Bring It Back. We don't
It's-
even know how the song goes.
Peekaboo's hard, but this is just
Bring It Back,
a
guys.
Travis Shamamaka.
Yo.
I don't know what to do with it, but it's trash.
Yo, I started listening to it and I was like, are you serious? Like, I was like, really? Like, I saw it and I got hyped. I listened to oh my gosh, y'all. I listened to this right after Division.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my gosh. Yo,
I don't wish that on
everyone, every single listener, every single one of you listen to Division's new single. What's that called? It's what's the name of it again? I want to get it right. I don't want to just say it and then be wrong.
Division has a new single called "Think About Me."
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
For those that don't know, Division is a part of OVO Sound, which is
Radio.
led obviously by Drake.
OVO Sound Radio.
OVO Sound Radio. And they released a new single. Their last album, September 5th, is probably the most slept on R&B track in a long, long time.
Hey, Daily Struggle, they're like,
They
yo.
know.
They know.
But as far as R&B goes, guys, they're it's
This
amazing.
single is
It's
so
amazing.
I personally, best song of this week. Best song. That's going in my play. I'm listening to that on repeat.
Maybe.
Maybe. What's the what?
So I listened to Chris Stapleton today.
Okay,
Chris Stapleton,
all right.
Chris Stapleton is
That's a good segue. It's a good segue.
Good segue. Chris Stapleton is a country music guy, obviously, but he has like a soulful voice. He's more like a mountain. He's not like a. He's not like that. So
That's bluegrass.
yeah. So his last album, Traveler, is one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm not saying like top 10, top 20, but if I made a list, I would put it on there. Traveler is amazing. And I was watching the Grammys last year with my mom, and the country came up, or who would win, right? And I don't even have my ear to country streets like that. Like, I'm not a part of country Twitter. Like, I don't know who they think's gonna win. And I'm watching it, and I see everyone go through. They say Dierks Bentley with this, and this, and this, and Trace Atkins with this. And then they say Chris Stapleton with Traveler. And my mom's like, "Who?" She knows I listen. And she doesn't listen to it. And she goes, "Who's going to win?" I said, "Chris Stapleton better win." And he won a Grammy for Traveler. And that's just how good it was. Like, you just could hear it once. No, it was the best country album of that year. This is not as good as Traveler, but it's called From a Room Volume 1, which makes me think that it's going to be a part of a collective. Volume 2 is probably going to come out still this year.
Right.
Which is, I did some research, and I think it's supposed to. I don't think this is going to be an album like Traveler where, you know, that was that, and he's going to go tour off that. I think he'll wait till Volume 2 comes out, and then he'll travel on From a Room tour.
Okay.
There's a song in here called Either Way. I listened to it 42 minutes today. Yeah, 42 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Not straight, because I don't know if I could do that. But I kept going back to it, and I went back to it a lot, and the song's 4 minutes long, and I can do a little math, and I was like, wow, that means combined, as many times I've went back to it, I've listened to this song 42 minutes of my day today.
Wow.
The song is good, man. Either way, it's like a ballad about like a breakup. Yo. He has a line where he says like something hurts. We still make it look good and show up at church. Like it's crazy. And then he's fed up by the end of the record and goes like, doesn't matter if we call it quits or not. I'm not gonna love you anymore either way. And it's just lit. Like, yo,
Nice.
this is going to be in rotation for me
All right,
a lot.
good.
This is a dope song. He has some other great songs on this. Last Thing I Needed, First Thing in the Morning was great. Them Stems is all about weed. Didn't really relate to that song. But there's some good stuff on
How'd it
here.
go? Them stems put me in a high place. Them stems, won't you come on my place?
It's more honky tonk than that, but like you're in the realm.
We're smoking up the weed.
It's all about how his dealer's gone, so he's like smoking stems, like he's barely smoking anything good.
good.
Yeah. So
Good
shout out
for
to
him.
Chris Stapleton.
Shout out to Chris Stapleton and them stems.
I like your album and them stems.
Either way.
Either way is sick. Love that record.
All right. A couple of other singles that I listened to. What did you think of Harry Styles' other songs? Sweet Creature? Yo, Harry Styles' album is about to be lit.
Yes.
Harry Styles' album is going to be lit.
I've been waiting for someone to fill that Coldplay, that Frey, that lane.
Yes.
And
They're
like
doing
a new
it.
up and comer. Harry Styles, if you're writing, great writing. If you have a team, good job, team. Like, this is good. I like it.
And then the other guy, I don't know how to say his name right. His single is actually, I thought it was pretty well as well. Slow
Which
Hands.
one?
Did you not listen to that?
Yeah, Niall.
Yeah.
Niall.
Yeah,
The One
Niall-
Directioners have a good direction right now.
Yo, just stay separated.
They have an upward trajectory to stay rolling. Good
So
job,
that's it.
One Directioners. Zayn,
Zane, you guys,
making it tough out here.
no one's touching Harry Styles' album. That so far this album is nuts.
Harry's a G though. Harry's a G, and Harry's gonna be in Dunkirk, by the way.
Yeah,
So
can't wait
shout
to
out
go
to
see
Harry.
that movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I listened to the Linkin Park song featuring.
No, I didn't even wanna listen. I'm done. I'm done.
Kiara.
Hey, did you listen to? Is it Haim?
I was gonna ask someone, if that's how you say it, or if they like it.
I don't know how you say
HAIM,
it.
but it's good. I liked it.
They
pretty
got
good.
their breakout album was last year. In case
Right.
no one knows who they are, girl group. Apparently, like everybody's really excited because it's their first song that they've had in a while.
Yeah, apparently, like they did like a one-off, and like it wasn't like a foregone conclusion that they were gonna keep making music, and they came back together like
Sweet.
for the culture. Told You So, Paramore. I like it. Can't wait for this album to come out. After Laughter, it's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to listen to a song. It's called Matrix by A-Chow.
Is it? Oh well, you didn't listen to it.
He's the R&B guy,
Okay.
but I love his sound, and so I have a feeling I'm gonna really like it.
Okay.
But it's called A-Chow.
See, and we can talk about this on the Tuesday episode too.
A period CHAL.
Yeah.
Matrix.
For
I
everything
wanna
we
listen to
didn't
it.
get a chance to listen to today,
All right, we'll
we
go
can
back
listen
Tuesday.
to
as well
and
as
then
answer
talk to
all of
Tuesday.
your questions, because I'm pretty sure that's it for today.
Yeah, is that all of the new music for the most part? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. All right. So, moving right along. I texted Dobie, and me and my friends have been talking about this recently, and I think it's worth talking about. And we want to talk about who is the best, greatest, however you want to say it, R&B artist of this era of our generation. Now, when I say our generation, we're in our mid-20s, so we're going to say everything from like when Usher started heating up till now. Who's the greatest out of that? We know music previous to that, obviously. We all know the Michael Jacksons, we all know the Stevie Wonders, but that's not our generation per se. You know what I mean? Like Usher and that Neo, like that era came out then. So that means that we're talking about Confessions by Usher. We're talking about Year of the Gentleman by Neo. We're talking about Ray J's album. We're talking about like this whole time period that's going on. So
Pleasure P wins. Yo,
Pleasure P's album,
yo,
though?
okay. Anybody,
That album that came out?
yo, anybody. Sleeper album that most people didn't get a chance to talk about, because we would have talked about this album if this was a podcast back in the day. Pleasure P's album.
Yep.
Yo, check that out.
Not only that, people were singing the songs. Like that, he had records on there. Like I gotta do some research to see if he's actually a platinum, because people oh my god. Let me tell you something. I had a purple CD that I made one time.
Yo, you don't even need to bring up.
And okay. But I'm just saying it was a great song. It was
I already know about the purple CD.
It was a great song. I didn't know that I told you about that.
Oh yes, you did.
So shout out to Pleasure P.
I know
Sounds
some
wild.
other stuff that was on the Purple album. Jay Holiday.
Jay Holiday had a song called
Okay,
Bed.
now here's the thing. Let's get it out there. Jay Holiday is not one of the best. He had 2 crazy good songs,
Crazy good.
and then all of a sudden he just flopped.
Yep. When I started thinking about this, I was like, man, the first thing you think about, the first 2 that come to your mind is Usher and Chris Brown.
For me, it's Usher and Neo.
See, I thought of Usher and Chris Brown, but then a stupid conversation I had with my friend Brand recently, where he was trying to tell me that Chris Brown could not be an R&B singer because he's black. This is coming from a black person too, by the way.
Wait, what?
Brand is black.
Call him right now.
He's busy now. He's doing
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, I was gonna say let's call him right now. I want
I
to know
would
his
though.
explanation.
I would though. Maybe Tuesday.
Yo, what?
But he thought that
Tuesday.
because
Okay,
he does
we're going to call Brandon Tuesday
to get to the bottom.
so
of
he
it.
can explain to us why Chris Brown can't be an R&B singer because he's black. Usher can because he's black, but Chris Brown can't because he's black.
The reason
Good
why
Lord.
the reason he gave me was because he does pop songs.
No, I was thinking through this list, the most poppy individual is Chris Brown.
Yes. I forget about Neo's greatness.
Yo.
But I was and that doesn't mean I don't like him. It's
Yo.
just his career has had such a weird, like, I don't want to say downturn.
No, it's a drop off. Just
but
say it.
it's just,
It's a drop off. Mario fell off.
There's been a fall off in these careers, right? So sometimes you forget about people. But I was driving the other day and I was listening to Closer by Neo.
Closer. Yeah. Yo, Neo had hits.
Do You?
Dude. Oh, gosh.
So Sick?
So Sick's amazing.
Miss Independent?
Yeah.
I'm going off the top. I don't even have a list in front of me right now, but that's just my...
Yo, that song when he, like, goes to the wedding. Yo, that was nuts.
Oh! What? Fade into the background.
Fade into the... That's the song. That's the song.
Yo. Listen,
Made it to the background was nuts.
just so you guys don't think we're wildin'.
We had a lot of like emotional issues back. You know, if you think
True.
about it, this music was coming out at the perfect time for us.
Oh, high school angst and teenager crap. This was perfect.
was
This
excellent.
song, he breaks up with his
Think
girl
about
and
it.
goes to her wedding.
Khalid
I think so. Yeah.
is why the teenagers are relating
Yeah.
to it because that lane is gone.
Yeah.
We were given that with like Neo,
Our
Usher.
homies grew up. The
Yeah.
people who talk to us grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
don't. They want to talk about mortgages. We don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Neo is up there. Usher is up there.
Trey Songz
Trey Songz has held that R&B banner for a very long time without going the route. Like he's stuck pretty firmly to real R&B.
Your side of the bed.
Yo side of the bed. Carrie Hilson. Hey yo. Man.
I'm trying to think. All right, so list wise, I have Usher, Neo, Chris Brown, Mario, J Holiday, Ray J, Trey Songz, Pleasure P. I'm trying to think of other dudes that were in that R&B lane, and I can't think of any.
For our generation,
Like during that, I think that was it.
yeah, those were like the major people who like you needed to.
And Pleasure
pay
P only
attention
had
to.
one album
Yeah,
because Pleasure P came from.
Pretty Ricky.
Oh gosh, Blue.
That Blue Stars.
Yo, I'm
album,
going back and listening to that album.
That Blue Stars album.
Oh my, I'm.
Girl, I make 'em say, oh, I make 'em
Okay,
say.
that's kind of included. That was like
That's kind of included. Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky. I
Pretty
played
Ricky was an R&B rap group, pretty much. Like they rapped, but Pleasure P provided the mute. Like it's very kind of hard to describe them, but they were
for some
dope.
reason I'm picturing now like VH1 when they do like their 2000s, like us going like when they bring up like
Can we please
Grind
be
on
famous?
Me,
Can
and
we
then
please
we'll
be
be like,
famous
yo,
enough? Can
like,
we please be famous enough? Can we please be famous enough for them to call us and us to be
Yo, I would
on
love-
set so that when they show the video and then go to the green screen and it's us and we're like, "This is the best song of all time." That was, man, what an era.
Yeah, I mean, Pretty Ricky, you'd have to add them into it. I'm trying to think of who else.
Is it crazy?
Babyface was done by then.
Babyface, Brian McKnight, Boyz II Men,
Yeah.
all Cisco and Drew Hill, all of them were done. Like
Yeah,
they were
done.
They were falling off then. Like
Right.
they were, but Usher was popping. Man, that was like our golden age right there.
Because and then you got to think, pop like the boy bands that kind of took that lane for a while. Then that dropped off around that time we were coming into high school as well.
Yeah.
And then you had songs though. Then the R&B stuff started becoming like "Lollipop" by Lil Wayne, which we were seeing this like weird like auto-tune T-Pain.
Do you have Omarion on that list?
Oh, yo,
Can't forget about O. Because Omarion.
speeding.
Tell me why. Tell me
Speeding.
why.
Oh.
Tell me why there's people that still don't know what that song is.
No.
There are people out because that album was not a very good album and it was very slept on.
Ah.
So therefore, they don't listen to that song. Omarion put out a song called "Speedin"
Oh
6-7
my
years
gosh.
ago, and
That song holds up.
it's so good. It's so good. Time's moving fast, but not fast enough. So I'm speeding. Yo, Omarion
Oh.
had some records. I'm glad that he kind of popped up again last year with "Supposed to Be."
MIA.
MIA is hard. It's hard. Shout out to Wale though. But
MIA.
yeah, man, Omarion, B2K.
That's a good one.
B2K was in that era. They didn't
I
have
didn't
a very
listen-
long run.
Yeah, that was before when I was really listening to it like that.
It's so easy for me
Omarion.
to give the like legend award and like the
It's
to say that the best person
either
was
Usher. It's Usher, in my opinion. Neo is very close behind. We were going to talk about from an R&B standpoint.
You're right.
Neo.
Who's better?
Who's better? Usher.
Okay, I say that. I say that, right? I say that too, but
Time out.
When you think about it,
As an artist as a whole, Usher. If we're strictly talking like R&B, Neo.
artist as a whole.
Do you?
Do you is
The
stupid.
do you and love
is-
song are like
and
so sick? That's like the epitome of R&B song. But for me, Usher, You Got It Bad. Okay, You Got It Bad.
Burn. Confessions.
I don't care what anybody says. Even if it's newer. Climax.
Climax is hard.
Yo, I could listen to Climax every single day.
Hey, yo.
That song is crazy.
Same Girl with R. Kelly. That
See,
song's
now I'm
amazing.
saying because Neo's latest stuff is more like club hits. Like if you think about his biggest songs as of late, they're more club hits. He's had a couple. Okay, I don't remember the exact name of the album. If you could pull it up for me, okay? Because there's this one song by Neo that is very.
Is it that
very-
Sheena? No.
No.
Is that-
No. It's a very slept on single. Or it's not even a single, I don't think. Okay, so it's the Red Deluxe.
Okay.
Right there. Okay. The song, I think it's She Will.
Oh, She Will. She Will. It's not on this album. It's on the next one, I think.
Hold on.
It's on the next one.
She Is. Stress Reliever and... No, I think it's Stress Reliever. Oh my gosh, Let Me Love You? How can we forget about that track? That track was huge.
Well, Let Me Love You, Mario is different than Let Me Love You.
That's what I'm talking
Neo.
about.
Okay,
That's what I'm talking about. No,
Yeah.
that was a big club hit.
Lazy Love is a really good song too.
Okay, no, Shut Me Down. That's the song. Shut Me Down. Shut Me
Okay,
Down.
okay,
Shut Me
okay,
Down. Shut
okay,
Me Down.
okay.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Go back and listen to that song.
Neo had
Go On, Girl.
Go On Girls. Yo.
you?
In 2007, young Malky was going through things and I heard Go On Girl for the first time. Yo. It's lit.
Year of the Gentleman was his best album.
For sure. 100%. Fade into the background.
Closer.
Lie to Me is
Lie to Me.
bonkers. I think we can say hands down Neo's a better songwriter.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Usher's got a team. We've known that.
Yeah, and he wrote a song. Like Neo was a writer first and a bit of a producer 1st and then he became an artist.
Yeah, like Jason Derulo.
Yep, and like so we're
Sean
missing our
Garrett,
boy.
Penn.
No, we're missing our boy Falsetto. We're missing
Oh, The Dream.
yeah, we're missing the Dream.
Oh my
We're missing
gosh,
the
Dream was that? Should we put T-Pain? Was T-Pain in there?
Oh, I put him R&B.
Sprung?
Yeah, Sprung
is an R&B track.
Sprung was good. Bartender was good. Can't Buy You a Drink was good. He had some alcohol problems, but overall,
The Dream,
it was good.
right.
The Dream had a run
Yo,
where
he did.
I was like, yo, she rocking that thing. She rocking that thing like
Left side of my brain.
left side of the brain. Falsetto.
Left Side of the Brain. Okay, that wasn't a single, everybody, but that was a song that Malcolm and I
It was
held
an album
dear.
cut.
Yeah, that was an album cut that we thought was the fillet of the album.
It was great. It was great.
No, he did. Yeah, he did have a run.
Gosh. Neo wrote a song for New Kids on the Block called Girlfriend or Boyfriend, something like that. And New Kids on the Block did a version with him. And New Kids on the Block is like a boy band from the early 90s, like the start of the boy band craze, right? And you hear a difference in like, oh, they're singing, but he is like
Singing.
like it's a different thing going on right now. They should not be doing the same song. I have to give it to Usher, I think, but Neo is right there. Yo.
All right, for me though, you say that right there, but like that album, Here I Stand.
Usher's most underrated album.
Thank you. That's
Most
what I was gonna say.
Moving Mountains, we made a classic. We made a classic music video
Yo,
to
Trading
Moving
Places.
Mountains. No, you remember that? You remember this song? We'll Work for Love, the bonus track. Hey there, mister.
I got
Fell on
goosebumps.
hard
I got goosebumps.
times.
Yo,
Don't need
I need that song in my life right now.
Don't need no dime. Yo.
I will
Like, it's so good. His Mistakes was dope. Love You Gently.
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
No, Usher's GOAT.
Usher is
Gusher.
Gusher. What's a man to do? What's a man to do? What's Your Name was on that too. What's your name? Tell me what's your number. With Will I Am.
Yo, here I stand. I'm telling you, and Loving This Club.
Loving This Club was
In
hard.
this club.
Man,
Yeah,
shout
Usher.
out to Usher.
Usher, you gotta give it.
I say Usher was the GOAT. He had Jimmy Fox also. Tyrese had started to fall off, but Jimmy Fox kind of came out and did some things. But Usher, man, you are the GOAT. Like you.
Yeah,
You might,
I mean,
you
he's
might
in
be,
our.
You might be the GOAT.
Yeah, he's.
You might be the GOAT, Usher. All right, so
There it is.
make sure you let us know what you think. We're gonna tweet out probably Monday and kind of say like who you think's the best R&B person, and then based on your replies, we'll kind of re-up on Tuesday. But yeah, because that's dope. What's our other topic? What do you want to talk about?
That was it.
Is that all?
Oh well, I mean, how much time do we have? Or do you want to say it Tuesday?
Okay, we can save it for Tuesday. Did you want to do top 5?
How long have we been doing this?
I don't know.
I mean, the other topic wasn't really that long.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about grad. All right, everybody's graduating soon.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
Graduation week is this week and next week, and then for some people, maybe the week after that. But within the next month, everyone's gonna be graduating from college.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you guys.
Congrats.
You did it.
It's a big achievement, high school or college.
Dobie and I have both graduated from high school and college.
Yeah, we
So,
did it.
We did it. I'm trying to go back for my master's after. By the time I start, it'll be like a 2-year difference in the time that I graduated and went back. I took time to like focus on career, and then this is going to be part of that too because I want to extend it. But we just want to say like stay focused, right? Because I mean, you graduate and some people think that it's super easy to get a job. I think it's just like, oh, I have a bachelor's degree. This means it's like a key that I can get into all these doors. That's not the case whatsoever. My advice to you is to, before you graduate, which this is late, but before you graduate, apply, have a plan, kind of know the field that you want to go in. Also, if there is a job at a company that you would like that does not have that position open, but there's a lower position open, take that job.
Yeah.
Foot in the door is better than anything, especially when it's what you want to be doing. Even if you are doing the bottom of the barrel grunt work, they know that you're doing it with aspirations of maybe being CEO one day. That sounds wild, but trust me, my biggest advice is to get your foot in the door.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I was just going to say, like, I didn't know where I was going to work until like a week before I graduated, and I was in something completely different. I have a degree. I'm in car sales. Your main, like, don't put your identity in what your job is.
Yeah.
Don't put your identity in that piece of paper that you have in your degree. If you have like a faith system, then like put your support in that. Like find what keeps you grounded. For me, this is just me personal. Like it was my faith in God, and so like that was in my family. Like they helped me. If you don't believe in God and that's just not you, then find like your family and your friends to keep you grounded, because this after you graduate can drive you crazy. I think Malcolm and I can both say we miss the social aspect of like just seeing people on the regular and being able to, it's hanging out is so much more easy back then. And then this is the point too, you start getting into like, you think about future life or whatnot, but just take it one day at a time, learn what keeps you grounded. Don't put your identity, because if you are a waitress or a waiter and that's your job after college, like do that to the best of your ability. Pay your bills, continue to grind like your job is trying to find a full-time job, as my dad would always say. And just, pray, hope, whatever, that doors are open and take those doors. I didn't see myself as a car salesman. However, I'm in that position. And I do like who I work with, and it's allowed us to live where we are today. It's allowed us to pay the bills, go on trips and stuff. So I'm blessed to at least say I have a job, and we just need to remember, like, we're still part of the most, wealthy 1% in the entire world. We may not be in America, but, put that into perspective, that that's important. And then just the fact that you finished your school and you have a degree, that you can always go back to that and say, you know what, I did it, no matter how much it sucked. Or you maybe you loved it and you love school. That's awesome. But my biggest thing is, don't put your identity in what your job is.
Yeah. And also, like, if you were like me, man, and you were grinding until that last week of school, just trying to make sure you did like get the grade you wanted.
Or just graduated in general.
Yeah. Like, when you walk, find a moment when you're alone after you've taken pictures with your family and everything like that, to just geek out. Ladies, if you need to cry. Fellas, if you need to cry. If you need to cry, if you need to, like,
tear up,
just stare at the paper, like, find a moment. And it's not about the paper. It's not about the degree. It's not about your friends. Just find a moment to look at yourself and go, I did this, right? Whether it's the dogs agree too.
Yeah.
Find a moment to say, this, I can take the drive and energy that I put in this and put into whatever business I go into. Because I think a lot of times it's fast paced. You don't take a time to think about, you accomplished something. That was hard work. Older people think millennials and people who go to school have it so easy, and they think that being a student's easy. Not for everybody. Some people just aren't able to do that campus life, that student life.
And that's okay.
And that's 100% okay. But the fact that they grinded out and still got a degree, that's crazy. So if you're anything like me and it was a grind, school did not come easy to you, you actually had to study, you were not one of those people who woke up and got A's, then take a minute after you graduate and just go, I did it.
Yep.
I grinded. And
to those who have not graduated college or not going to school but still doing your thing, that, word of advice, like, don't let your, job be your identity. Like, you're more than that.
Yeah.
Take it a day at a time.
Also, if you're a visual person, I suggest a vision board.
Yeah, dude, do a vision board.
I'm telling you, man, and just leave it up at your house, like, every day. You have to
Malcolm,
walk by
bring in your
every
vision
day.
board Tuesday.
It's big. It's a vision board.
That's good. Bring it in.
I'll try to.
Or we can bring in do you have a little dry erase board that we could do a vision board?
Yeah, I can do a mini one.
Anyways, whatever.
But yeah.
That's all that we have. We just wanted to say words of encouragement. Get real with y'all for a little bit.
Congrats, class of 17. You done it.
You did it.
You did it.
All right. Let's see how this...
It's time. Last week we had some wild questions. Yeah. It's time
close out our show.
101 conversation starters.
For couples. That wasn't as well as it could have been. We apologize. Anyways, yeah. Okay, look, somebody said, what happens when there's 101 conversation starter for couples gone? 101 more conversation starters for couples and 101 conversation starters for families.
I saw that out of the side of my eye. I thought it said for failures.
Ayo. All right. If you were given 5 acres of land, where would you want it to be, and what would you want to do with it? 5 acres of land on an island, okay? No, not an island. I take that back. A peninsula.
Peninsula, maybe.
Peninsula, because I don't want to have to get a boat to get to my place every single time. Peninsula, all right? So around the beach area. And then I would have a regular house, and then I'd have like a pool house, quote unquote pool house, but that's like studio, gaming, movie kind of vibe, diggish thing like that, and a dope basketball court. I just feel like if I had the money to have a dope basketball court, That would make things really easy to
Okay.
shoot some hoops.
Okay.
Those are the first ideas that come to my mind.
First thing that comes to my mind with 5 acres of land, I would like it to be on the Fairfax Strip in California, right on the Strip, and that's where Round 2 is. That's where the new Supreme is in LA. I would like it to be there. I'd like it to be in the middle of those stores so that people have to come to me and give me money to let them rent it out. And that land would pay off itself, and it would make me crazy investment money.
That would.
So
Ayo.
that's where I would have my 5 acres.
Ayo.
The middle of Fairfax.
As you can see, who's the businessman? Who's the selfish man?
No, not like that. You just go like this.
Ding dong, I'm a bing bong.
Whoa.
Yes.
Where did we just
Hands
go?
out. Bing bong.
Ding dong, my bing bong with hands out. It's wild.
Chili chili cheese bang.
Hey, yo.
If you gotta go up, sometimes sideways is best.
What are we talking about? What's.
Hey yo. Dario.
Hi ho the Dario. Hi ho the Dario.
If you shake your head no, but you wave your hand yes, common courtesy.
Can you even. How do you wave your hand yes? I just thought about that. I'm about to start waving. I'm like, how do you wave your hand yes? You can say hi to people, but you can't wave yes.
Okay, so
can
that
you?
comes from there's this like YouTube channel that I caught on. This guy's named Steven Suptic. Okay, he has a friend
Okay.
named Kib. Okay, I've laughed so I gotta show you. I might have to show you the.
Is this the Too Many Cooks?
No. It's like a vlog, and this is
Okay.
stuff that I wish like we did. Like if YouTubing, like vlogging was a thing, I feel like we would have caught on to it in high school a little bit, but
Yes.
it wasn't as much big of a thing. The guy, his name's Kid, but he does stuff like that and makes up like little rhymes and like just stuff that makes no sense. It's like if your belly's rumbling, run it out. Like just like stuff that makes he'll just say something random that makes no sense, but he says it with such authority. Anyways, that's all, guys. That's what we have for today. Episode 14 in the bag. Bang, bang, bang. Gang, gang, gang. You know what it is.
Shouts and shout out. Gang, 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 gang.
See, Malcolm already knows. So, guys, hopefully you enjoyed our set. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram at Daps_pounds. You know where to catch us on YouTube, or you can listen to the podcast. Much love to all of you. And we are going to be recording this coming Tuesday. Send us all your questions, crazy questions. Let us know.
Send us questions.
Can you wave yes?
We'll
If you want us
answer
to
them.
answer that, let's do it. All right? So,
Can you wave yes?
look for it.
Let us know.
It's going to be a fun episode. Can't
Daps
wait.
and Pound Show, baby. We did it.
Thanks,
Episode
guys.
14.
We love you. Goodbye.